The fork whizzed through the air like an arrow leaving the bow and went straight through Duncan's arm. "Ah!" he screamed, cold sweat pouring down his face. "Remember, if this happens again, I won't stop at just an arm," Dustin warned. "You're ballsy." Duncan pressed his arm that was bleeding profusely, and ran for his life. His former moments of glory had now turned into a humiliating spectacle. "Dustin, what was that thing you took out earlier? Why did that guy get on his knee immediately when he saw it?" Dahlia couldn't help but ask curiously once Duncan was gone. The others didn't utter a word, but they were also bewildered. "Oh, 2 days ago, I saved a patient, and his family gave me a badge. They told me that if I ever got into trouble, this could save my life. I didn't think I'd actually have to use it," Dustin said with a laugh. "Huh. That's unbelievably lucky," Dahlia said, slightly surprised. She had almost thought that he was going to end up in deep shit. How impressive can that be? In the end, he was still riding on someone's coattails, Terrence said cynically. Dustin's actions had made him feel ashamed. "You got all the glory because of that little badge. I'm tall, rich, and handsome, but why do I have to be shown up by you?" he thought bitterly. "Dustin, to forge iron, you still need a strong hammer. A favor can only be used once, so don't be too pleased with yourself. Next time, you won't be this lucky again," Julie said indignantly. Her man was the best man in the world. What was a barefoot doctor in comparison? "Really? I guess," Dustin said with a light smile. He was too lazy to defend himself. There were always bound to be green-eyed monsters who couldn't see the glory of others. "Dustin, this badge of yours is really pretty. Can I borrow it for a few days?" Florence's eyes were sparkling as she stared at the consultant badge in Dustin's hand. If she could get her hands on the badge that could make people kneel, then of course she'd want to take it for a spin. "This badge already has an owner. Even if I gave it to you, you can't use it. You might even get into trouble," Dustin said, shaking his head. Considering Florence's personality, if she got a hold of this, she could turn the whole world upside down. What kind of trouble? I think you're just selfish." Florence's face turned frigid. "Mom, what do you want to do with Dustin's badge?" Dahlia frowned. "I just thought it was pretty and wanted to take a closer look. Who would have thought that that bastard would be so petty? Whatever, I don't want it anymore. It's just a shitty badge. What's so special about it? You can hold on to it until it rots. Let's go." Florence blew her top. She wasn't in the mood to eat anymore, thus she straight up asked them to leave. Even at her ripe old age, she still throws tantrums like a child, Dahlia said helplessly, shaking her head. "After so many years. I've gotten used to it." Dustin thought nothing of it and changed the subject. "By the way, didn't you come looking for me to discuss something?" "What was it?" "It was nothing. I just wanted to refer you for a job," Dahlia said, forcing a smile. "A job? What kind of job?" Dustin was taken aback. "To be the chief security officer of the Nicholson Corporation." "What doc?" Dahlia arched her brow. "Chief security officer? What gave you that idea?" Dustin was puzzled. "This is my first time in Millsburg, and I'm not familiar with the people or the place. Taking on a multi-billion-dollar corporation, there will surely be many hardships. I need someone to help me," Dahlia explained straightforwardly. "The corporation's security department is in charge of safety and security. Any sign of trouble has to be taken care of in time. There are many positions in the company that carry a lot of weight, and this is a role I can't give to an outsider. I have to keep it within my circle. After giving it a lot of thought, I think you're the best guy for the role." She'd appointed him chief security officer, half because she trusted him and half because she wished he'd stay by her side. After all, she'd be the closest person to him. If he took on that position, she wouldn't have to worry about Natasha stealing him from the shadows. By then, with time, feelings would develop. Well, then things would be up to her, wouldn't they?